Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. I gotta do that again. I liked how my finger just very casually went onto the screen. Let's do that again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Someday when I become famous and I have my own talk show on national television, I gotta perfect that finger swing. So that's why I really love doing this on every podcast. The Peter Like Show, right? And depending on the mood of the day, the Peter Dislike, the Peter Dislike Show. How about this? Why don't you guys vote? Which gesture you like better, and you can vote by clicking on the YouTube like or dislike button as a vote, and I'll let you guys know how the vote went, right? So vote either the Peter Like Show, the Peter Dislike Show, right? Which one do you like better? Please vote by rating this video. Okay, but I got a little bit of a change of heart this week. This weekend, Veterans Day weekend, we had a 3-day weekend, and I went to Meeple Fest. Let's take a quick peek at the games that are being played. It's kind of noisy in there, that's why I'm stepping out to record a video. And I did a lot of soul searching this week, let's put it that way. Let's see if we can take a peek. It's going to be really noisy in there. But I got to play a couple of my favorite. I still haven't gotten a chance to play Ticket to Ride Berlin, but that's okay. I've kind of accepted that. I got to play a few rounds of Gizmos, which is another one of my favorite games. Sometimes my frustration with not finding opponents with these games has really translated to frustrations with programming the AIs for the games as well, and so I haven't made any progress on Ticket to Ride Berlin, which is kind of sad because I'm hoping to release my AI on the 35th anniversary of the Berlin Wall, right? And I'll get to that eventually. But more importantly, I did a lot of soul searching this week, and I discovered that I haven't been speaking up for myself as much as I could. And sometimes it's a vicious cycle. I don't speak up for myself, I don't get what I want, and it tenses me up from even speaking up for myself. And the one thing I love about Meeple Fest is that these people I won't see for another year, and it allows me to take more risk. I often don't have a whole lot of space to take risk in my life. I can't risk my friends, I can't risk my job, sometimes I can't risk my money, other times I can't risk other stuff, right? I very seldom get a chance to do a lot of things, and I don't want to risk the sanity of it, right? So for example, one of my colleagues who is also single, a little bit younger than me, he goes on a date with somebody else like almost every week, and he has a lot of room to take risks with all of those dates, right? I often don't have that kind of luxury, not only with my dating life, but with other connections in my life, right? So for example, I have a favorite board game meetup, I have a couple favorite restaurants, and I'm not as inclined to take risk in a way that might ruin my future trips to the same restaurant or meetups with people, or certainly at my job, right? I would behave a heck of a lot more differently if there were 10 other jobs that were just as suited for me, waiting to hire me, right? It would really change the dynamics of how I interact with people at my job. But the beautiful thing about Meeple Fest is that I didn't have the same kind of constraint, right? I could actually take risk and talk to people and be myself, right? So for example, I have food allergies, eczema, from reacting to milk products, and I was able to speak up for myself rather than just walk away from every game that I ran into trouble with, and that's good. another thing is I really became myself and felt free to speak my mind. So, for example, when I first got here, one thing kind of not necessarily bothered me, but we had this raffle for so this is a double tickets. You put this into a container for a raffle for a bunch of board games that I don't even want and don't even have space for. Right? You guys see how a lot of my game boxes are not in very good shape because I don't have a whole lot of space. I jam them into the trunk of my car half the time. Right? When the weather allows for it, I sometimes live out of my car half the year, and I'm trying to get along with everybody that I'm living with in the hostel right now, and it's relatively inexpensive, so I haven't really resorted to that as of late, but it's a backup option if something were to go wrong where I live, right? So the point is that half the stuff on the shelf I don't even fucking want, and yet I get very upset every time they call raffle numbers and my number doesn't get called. It's just really funny. I don't know why I feel that way. And I really despise raffles that look like this. I never win anything like this. And on Friday when I got here and they handed me my tickets, my heart seized up for half a second. Just seeing these tickets just gives me a lot of anxiety for some reason. And I mentioned it to a couple of people while playing various board games, and that, you know what, I don't even want any of the stuff on the shelf, and yet the tickets, every time they announce the raffle, I just get this huge anxiety for some reason. I don't even know why. And one of my opponents knew. He explained to me that it's just the thought of rejection, right? And so after I heard that, I understood it a little bit more. And actually, I did win one of the prizes. We had 3 tickets and actually did win one of them. So it wasn't the end of the world. But I get a lot of anxiety seeing these tickets. And I know why. I think I was 8 years old at the time. I'd gone to a Chinese New Year's Day party. And each family got some number of tickets. And we didn't win anything. But then I witnessed several other people there who won 3, 4, 5 times, and it was just I was only 8 years old at the time, and just very upsetting. And today, 30 years later, I apparently have not let go of that incident, and every time there's a raffle, especially when it involves those double tickets like that, it still is a trigger for me. And I'm trying to replace that trigger with, I had a good time at Meeple Fest, and I actually did win one thing, even though it's just going to take up space in my car now, right? So that's good. Well, I'll probably give it as a Christmas gift. We're trying to raise Christmas gifts at my work. All right. So I did a little soul searching today, and I have a change of heart about the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. I'm actually thinking about going Black Friday shopping with everybody else because I did so much soul searching. It was actually a big win for me this week, and I'll have to learn to I got a lot of practice speaking up for myself, but you know what, it's only because I didn't have anything at stake here, right? If I screwed up, I could go home and wash this event out of my mind, right? I'm not going to see these people for a year. I can't say the same thing about my work, right? I wish I could. I really do. I don't have room for risk, and that's one thing I have to work on, right? I'll probably do a little bit of job hunting over the next week. Not that I want to change jobs necessarily, but to increase my risk appetite so that I can speak up for myself at work. I know it's a weird thing to do, right? This is the Peter Like Show. Oh, well, please vote whether you like Peter Like shows or Peter Dislike shows on my channel, and vote for that by either liking or disliking this video. This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Let's do a dislike. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.